how's it going, guys? Dan Kitajima. Today, I want to talk to you guys about in my opinion, the best recruiting strategy out there right now. As insurance agency owners, we all know how important it is to recruit and to hire good staff. And it's a major challenge out there for me, and I'm sure for you guys out there too. So I want to put out a video to let you guys know what I think is going to help us recruit better and my 4 tips if you have a high budget or a low budget, especially if we'll talk about that in a little bit later. But let's just start off with my #1 recruiting strategy that's been working out for me as of right now. And that is your natural market. Okay. So when it comes to your natural market, more specifically, I would like to say my employees' natural market. Your employees know people, and what better referral to get than from somebody that's already working there saying, hey, this is a great place to work. So to be able to do that, I think step #1 before you even start thinking about recruiting is to make sure you're taking care of your current employees really well. Okay, because when you do that, you get more out of them. And sometimes I feel like maybe we're too focused on finding the new staff that's going to change our agency when we already have people at our agency that could improve your agency already. So more attention needs to be put on helping out our current staff members reach more of their potential. So that way you're getting more out of them. And then the more you get out of them, the more you're rewarding them, and the happier they are, word's going to start spreading. And they're going to be wanting to be happy to share to their friends or family that, hey, this is a legitimate place to work at. There's potential here, like the way I'm getting treated. And they're going to start referring you people that are going to be future members of the agency, potential agency members. And those are the ones that turned out to be the best hires from my experience. So make sure you're taking care of your current employees really well. Start there. And then start thinking recruiting. And then also you could throw out a little bonus program too. And natural market, that's also for your personal friends and family. That's just something that I prefer, finding people that you already kind of know, or someone that knows who you hired, one of your staff members. So there's a little bit of familiarity there. There's a little bit more trust gain. There isn't like, hey, who am I working for? So natural market is just #1. And then throwing out a little hiring bonus, like for example, depending on what your agency situation and how much need there is. But for now, I have and this could change. But for example, right now I have like a $500 hiring bonus. So if anybody helps me hire somebody because of a referral, then I'll there's a service fee that I'll happy to pay because they helped me find somebody that could help us grow our agency, and $500 is what's out there. But depending on your agency staff's needs, you could increase that or decrease that. But having a little extra incentives could always help too. So national market is, I would say, it's my #1 recruiting strategy. #2, I would say, is social media. Okay, it kind of is a similar game plan, but with social media, just let people know that you're hiring, and then on your personal page, do that. And then also on your agency page, do that. And then if you can, have your current employees post that, you're hiring as well, because it's all about letting people know that you're hiring. That's the only way to get people to really to apply, is for them to be aware that you're recruiting. So posting, as much as you can about that. I think also what really helps is having the agency page that really could portray your company's culture and values. So, it's a long-term game, but hopefully you have agency's page that shows off you and your staff members there working hard, with captions that, let people know what your guys are all about. But they could see a culture through social media. They could see where the office is. They could look up where the office is located. They could see what it looks like. You can get a lot of information from social media. And, if I was a candidate looking for a job, I would probably check it out, see what type of reviews they're getting, and see what type of environment it is. And, it's a major recruiting tool these days. So making sure your social media displays all that, make sure, it's letting people know that you're hiring. So social media, I think, is going to be a major recruiting tool moving on forward, as even though it already is. So definitely show what your culture and what your values are of the team, and I think that will help you attract more candidates. Number three, to adjust to our times, I will say this is adjustment that I have made that has really helped me out, is we're going to have to recruiting strategy is to make adjustments when it comes to base pay or starting pay. Okay, things have changed the last couple of years, so it's not what we want it to be. It's what it is, and we have to adjust to that accordingly. So adjusting the starting pay, I'm not sure where you are right now, and if you're having difficulties looking for staff members, then that's just something that to be competitive in the marketplace. I'm in Southern California, so it's highly competitive. We're going to have to increase our starting pay. Now, to offset that, there's so many things you could do, like change the compensation plan when it comes to performance incentives down the line. But you definitely want to have a flow of candidates that you could choose from, and to be able to do that, the starting pay is something that has to be adjusted right now. And once I started doing that, then I had a lot better opportunity of talking to multiple candidates. So if you haven't done that in the last couple of years, then that's something you definitely have to, I feel, that to be competitive, adjusting the starting pay is something that I have done and has helped. And the last one, number four, a little tip here, I think we'll say, obviously, whatever we do when it comes to being an agency owner, we have to think long term. But when it comes to recruiting, same thing applies. And because we're able to think long term, one of the tips I will share that has worked for me personally is to, hire younger staff members, because, to find a qualified professional with experience that's licensed, you may be in a position to be able to afford somebody like that, but you may not be. And even if you are, when you go a little bit younger, you could start them off with a lower starting pay. Okay. From my experience, they have humility. They're willing to learn because they don't know anything. My last hire is 19 years old. In fact, I've had most of my employees here right now, 3 of them I could think of right now, that are currently working here, that when they started, they were 19. And now, 2 of them have been here for more than 5 years, and all 3 of them are licensed and, highly, 5 years later, they're highly, important super important people that are critical to our agency's success. So it's kind of like, planting a seed and watering it every day. Long term, it does. And there's a lot of talks about, hey, young people, they're not as hardworking or they're entitled. I think that goes for any generation. So I think getting a little bit of stereotype out of your mind, I think is really important, and having an open mind that, hey, there are some good people in any age group. They're affordable, they're willing to learn, they're fast learners. They're, some of them are hard workers. From my experience, that has worked out really well. And you it does take time, but I think that's more of a strategy than trying to find somebody right now who could contribute right away. But in the long run, if it doesn't work out, then that's something that may not be. It actually takes a longer time if you're always recruiting and always replacing people. So loyalty, employee retention, that's always on, top of our mind here at agency owners, to not only recruit but retain talent. So starting off younger, teaching them everything, what liability means, getting them licensed, providing value to them, helping them accomplish their, financial goals. Those type of actions in the long run will develop more loyalty, and then more they'll tend to want to work harder and stay longer and spread the word. So good things kind of do happen when you think long term. So that's one of the other strategies that I want to share with you guys. So those are number 4, and then actually I'll add another one. Number 5, I would say, joining a company is kind of like joining a team if you're a sports player, and naturally, just all humans, we want to join a winning team. So one of the number one tips I think we should look at is to make sure you're winning in this business. You're doing whatever it takes to win in this business, because if you have a winning team, recruiting gets a lot easier. You're going to attract more talent. So you have to do everything in your power to make sure you have systems in place, you have the right culture, you're good at motivating, you're helping people believe in themselves. So it all has to start from you to believe in you can do better. And then those are the type of motivation and energy that's going to attract higher motivate other motivated people. So make sure you are doing well in this business, because when you're able to do that, then people want to learn from you. People want to again join a winning organization. So making sure you're winning, I think, maybe even be strategy number one. So, and once you're winning, it does help to recruit people. So even though recruiting is hard, and I think it'll always be hard, it does get easier as you gain more experience and you're able to show people that you're doing well in this business. So hope this helps. Recruiting is not easy; it never will be. But trying to share some experiences that may help you guys out there, because we got to recruit to grow, and that's what this channel and why I make these videos for, is to help you guys grow. So hope this helps. Thanks, guys.